All right, welcome in everybody to another edition of our Bulls video mailbag series. As always, we appreciate your questions. We're actually answering 6 this week, although as you will see, there are 2 that are pretty thematically similar, including the first one. Our first 2 submissions come from @𝗏ci𝗰𝗶𝗹118 and @BullsNationBR_, a longtime reader and follower from Brazil. First question is, should the Bulls still entertain trading Coby White this offseason? His value is at his highest, and AK will have to bank on Coby wanting to sign an extension in the summer of 2026 with cap space before he hits unrestricted free agency. Can we trust AK to do a move a year early rather than a year too late? Bulls Nation Brazil asks, hello, 𝗙𝗍 𝗍𝗶. Coby White's recent performances mean the Bulls need to make a decision about his future. If they don't want to re-sign him, the window to trade him is in the offseason. How do you see the situation, and what are your feelings about the front office's decisions? All right, the answer to this question is, first of all, the Bulls don't have to do anything. Coby White is under contract through next season. Now, they certainly will try to extend him this offseason, but as I've mentioned many, many times, that is not happening. Coby White has outplayed his current contract. He can only sign an extension at 140% of his current number. He will not do that. So he is headed to unrestricted free agency in 2026. Remember one thing, all the speculation about potentially trading Coby White has been created by the media, including myself. I mean, the Bulls have never said they want to trade Coby White, and they absolutely have the ability to re-sign him when he does hit unrestricted free agency in 2026. It's also important to note that the Bulls rebuffed all trade interest for Coby White at this deadline. So when you ask, can we trust AK to do a move too early or too late? He had the decision to make. He opted to keep Coby White. So that leads me to believe that the Bulls will want to re-sign Coby White in the summer of 2026. Now, of course, the danger is he can hit unrestricted free agency. So then it's his choice as well as the Bulls. Will he want to re-sign here? The Bulls will be able to probably pay him more than any other team if they want to, and certainly give him the security that he knows in the city in which he's the longest tenured Bull. But Coby will have some say in the matter. I personally see this scenario playing out thusly. I think Coby White will not be extended this offseason. I think Coby White will be a Bull until the trade deadline next season. Then you look at what offers come in for him and make that calculus as to how he's playing and how he fits in your future playing plans. Do you trade him at the 2026 deadline? Or do you try to re-sign him in the summer of 2026? I personally, this is a guess, think Coby White will be a Bull for a long time. As I've mentioned many times, he, to me, has become the heart and soul of this team, and I know he is valued extremely highly internally. All right, our next questions come from @ThomasBanks82. If Tre Jones and Lonzo Ball come back for the play-in playoffs, who might fall out of the rotation, and or would it remain the same? Let's cut to the chase. I do not see Tre Jones returning for the play-in or the playoffs, maybe if the Bulls won 2 straight play-in games. I don't like to speculate about injuries. I do know this. I talked to Tre about his situation. I don't think he's very optimistic he's going to be able to return. And also, he's still in a walking boot. So I know the Bulls said they're going to reevaluate him after the 2-week period, but I think this is a pretty long-term situation. He's also got unrestricted free agency to think about, although to his credit, this dude is like locked in with his team. He's sitting on the bench every game. He's around the team all the time. He's really felt like he has found a home here. I think re-signing him is going to be difficult, but I know he's really appreciative of this opportunity he's had here and the level that he was playing at before the injury. So I don't think he's going to be in play as much as Lonzo Ball, who I do think will come back. And look, depth is important at this time of year, especially as you're going for playoff and play-in seeding and then play-in games. And Lonzo Ball's high IQ and two-way ability just make the Bulls better. So you've put him in that rotation immediately. I don't think you drop anybody out. I just think you kind of shuffle it where Lonzo's playing 16 to 18, maybe 20 minutes, and you drop a couple other guys' minutes a little bit. Coby White's been carrying a pretty heavy load. So I know the Bulls would welcome Lonzo Ball back. And, you know, Tre Jones could prove me wrong. Like I said, I don't like to speculate about injuries. That's educated speculation. All right, our next question comes from oh, these are a double. Let's go. At 𝗵_Perkins with 2 S's and at Green Spaces _. With 𝗏𝗀 mentioning how important 2026 free agency is, how much of the salary cap do you believe will be available? Is 𝗏𝗀 really going to sign Josh Giddey to a deal worth over $100 million, similar to Patrick Williams? Advanced stats show the Bulls are barely better on offense and barely worse on defense when he plays, or will he actually let him find a deal before matching? No one else will pay. Let's tackle the Giddey question before we tackle 2026 free agency, because I can guarantee you the Bulls are going to try to re-sign Josh Giddey this offseason. I mean, they did not trade Alex Caruso to let Josh Giddey walk for nothing. Also, he's played at a very high level after that slow start to this season, and he fits with the way Billy Donovan wants to play moving forward. So I've said many times the Bulls have the ability to match any offer as a restricted free agent. The only team projected to have significant cap space this offseason are the Brooklyn Nets. Are the Brooklyn Nets going to throw a big offer sheet at Josh Giddey? He does fit with what they're trying to do stylistically, but I'll believe it when I see it. And even if they do, you have the ability to match it. So I think you set a number that you don't want to alienate these guys either. So it's a tricky negotiation to balance, because you don't want to like lowball the guy and alienate him and his representative, but you also, you know, can let the market dictate where you're going to go. So I think internally you set a number that you're comfortable with that fits with your salary structure moving forward. You see if the Brooklyn Nets throw an offer sheet at him and then make a determination on whether or not you match. Let's slot him in at $26 million. Again, educated guess. Could be higher, could be lower. I don't think it'll be lower now. It could be higher. Let's slot him at $26 million. You go to the 2026 offseason. Yes, they've mentioned many times how many people are coming off the books. There are very few people. Without the Giddey contract, they're projected to have about $27 million of salary for the 2026 offseason. That's it. Now, you got to throw a Giddey contract in there. You've got to throw a potential Coby White re-signing in that summer of 2026 in there as well. So it's not exactly $27 million, but the point is they do have a lot of salary cap space projected for 2026. And if they want to re-sign Giddey and Coby, that's going to take some of it. But that is going to be their opportunity next to strike in free agency. And it's why playing well between now and then is important. And style of play will be important. And the city of Chicago sells itself. This has not typically been a free agent destination of choice. We'll see if that changes in the summer of 2026.